last day and we are in Nassau, but instead of getting off the ship, I thought I'd take this opportunity to do a ship tour. Right now, I am on the top deck. I'm on deck 12, which is the rooftop terrace. And up here on the rooftop terrace, there is a sports deck where you can play basketball. And I was standing in an area that had loungers where you can also lounge in this area as well. And going towards the back, now they have a couple of cabana areas where you can sit down and relax. This space back here is where they play movies, and they have a large seating area, comfortable seating area. So here's the rooftop area. Here is the movie screen. And then on the other side, it is the same where they have cabanas and loungers as well. So now I am going to go down one deck. So this is in the aft of the ship. So if we go down from deck 12 down to deck 11. Now deck 11, again, here is another quiet spot, which is a great hangout area. During editing, at this point, I noticed that I was constantly hitting something against my microphone, causing a very annoying sound for about the next 5 minutes. So I decided to remove the original audio for that period and just fill in with text descriptions. Believe me, this is much better. So even in the daytime, if you just want to come here and sit down and relax, you can sit down with a drink or water and just listen to some music. So we're going to go down one level and we are in the forward part of the ship. We're leaving the spa, and the next place that I'm going to go is right outside the spa, which is the solarium. So we're going to leave the spa area and go right out here to the solarium. The solarium is a covered area. It has plenty of lounges around the deck. Of course, a whirlpool, a large size whirlpool. Let me show you that. It is so beautiful, and it's so warm here as well. So, trying not to get any people in the shot, but there's a whirlpool here. And also in the solarium over here, they have a spa cafe. So let's go over there, check it out. So while you're lounging here in this area, you can come to the spa cafe and juice bar where they have a menu right here on the outside. They have different smoothies, salads, wraps, fresh juices, homemade bread, and here's just some of the options that they have. Beverages for you, so you have water, you have juices, and coffee. Still on the same deck, we're going to keep walking towards the back of the ship. So now we're going to run into the Lido deck area. So now we're going to leave the solarium and head out to the Lido deck. So we had a top-down look from deck 11, but now we're on deck 10. One of the nice things that I like about Celebrity, when you come out in the morning, there are loungers here, but they put a folded towel on each of the loungers for your use. And then they also have a stacked bin of towels. You can grab as many as you want and use for however long you want, and then you just return them to this container here. So you don't have towels in your room, and you don't have to worry about, if you accidentally leave a towel and being charged for it. So that's a nice little touch that I like about Celebrity. We have a pool area, and there are hot tubs, as we saw as well, 2 on each side for you to enjoy. All right, so we're going to head straight back, and there is a pool grill back here, and I just had a burger and fries, but they also have hot dogs and other items. So we'll just go check that area out. This is the pool area, the whirlpool. Now this is an area they use for like deck parties. So on the stage they have the musicians and the singer, and here's like the dance floor for the deck parties. So going over here is where they have the pool grill. So as you see, they have beverages, and on the other side over here is where you can get your hamburgers, your hot dogs. And let me show you the menu for the pool grill items. You have hot dogs, hamburgers, beef cheeseburgers, vegetarian burgers. And I ate here, it's a side of french fries, and then they have various toppings. And I actually ate here just a little while ago, and they do have gluten-free buns. Of course, you have to ask for it, but they go in the back and they get it, and they actually grill it for you as well. The burger, I would say, is tasty. It's not a guy's burger, but it is quite tasty, so I enjoyed it very much. So now we are going to check out the buffet, and this is called their Ocean View Cafe. And this is the Ocean View Cafe, and they have hand sanitizer out front if you need it. And so they have a large screen out here to tell you what they're having for the day, the different stations. They outline everything for you, tell you where, let you know where everything is, and even where we are today, because I see they have that we're in Nassau today. And the first station, they have a bakery. As soon as you walk in, there's a bakery here. A lot of good tasty rolls, I'm sure, for all of you gluten eaters. And it's like custard, bread pudding. And we're gonna go back here to where the other stations are. And then of course, plenty of seating for you to eat your meal. So as soon as you come in, the first thing they hit you with is bam, that dessert station. So you have the dessert station and your chef's favorite. But before I go over there, now this is my favorite spot. It's called SIGCruiser. And one of the reasons I like it is because they have gluten-free desserts. Let me show you. So each day they change out the gluten-free treats. So today they have, this is gluten-free chocolate cake, and this is gluten-free mango mousse. I thought it was so delicious. I'm gonna have to come back and try a piece. But they also have, of course, ice cream. They have soft serve as well as different flavors here. And they have different toppings as well as cookies. Now these, they don't have gluten-free cookies, but they have like raisin and chocolate chip. Okay, so now we got the dessert out of the way. So now we're going to go look at the actual food that you're going to eat for lunch. Now, being gluten intolerant, I usually don't eat at the buffet, but here I actually found eating at the buffet even more enjoyable than eating in the main dining room. And one reason is because they have stations for each type of food, each type of international food. And I'll show you that. Here are your Latin favorites. So let's look and see what they have. And it's actually like chicken fajitas, beef fajitas. They have nachos and different toppings, beans, refried beans, as well as like your tomatoes, onions, and your sour cream. This is another one of my favorite stations. This is an Indian favorite. I love Indian food. So let me show you what they have. So you can start off with your rice. Oh, and another thing is, one of the reasons I like this is because if you look at the label, they have, whether they have allergens listed, and if you see a symbol above it, then that means that item is, like this one is gluten-free, this one is vegetarian. Now if you see the names but you don't see a symbol behind it, above it, that means it's not gluten-free or vegetarian. So they make it super easy for you to identify whether a food has a well-known allergen. It makes it super easy to go through the buffet and find things that you're able to eat yourself. Now one thing I will say, in the main dining room, the menus are labeled as well, but you can also still pre-order if you want to have a certain item. If you want to have a certain item, for example, I pre-ordered French toast, and I pre-ordered French toast and pancakes for breakfast because those weren't on the menu. However, I could pre-order those and get those made gluten-free. All right, so continuing on with the Indian cuisine, they have dal, chips, and masala, and this is aloo jira. So I haven't had the opportunity to try these yet. Yeah, they have lots of options. And on this side, they have fish curry. They got your steamed rice, as well as chicken masala and roti. Now throughout, they also have drink stations. You can always get your coffee, your hot water for tea, decaf coffee. They have juices here, as well as, wow, milk and cream and skim milk. Your cups of coffee. And I think I'm gonna get a cup of water right now because I am thirsty. So I am going to get a little bit of water. Yeah. And one thing I like about their seating, they have bench and countertop seating around the outer edges of the window, so you can sit down and eat your lunch and have a nice little view, as well as tables set up as well. So now that was just the front part of the buffet, and if we continue back here, there's also a back portion of the buffet. So we're gonna go back there and check that out too. Now back here, and one thing to note on both sides of this ship is the same thing on both sides, except for the center part here. So over here, there is a build your own station for paninis, and I'll go over there. But for NCGS's, gluten intolerant people, and CWATs, they do not have gluten-free bread. Over here is pizza, Italian inspired, but they have pizza, and they do have gluten-free pizza here. And it says gluten-free. And hello, hi, hi, how are you guys? yes, I'm making a vlog. Oh, you're gonna subscribe? Okay, great. Cooper. So we'll see you on the vlogs. They have gluten-free pizza. You have to ask for it. It takes 10 to 15 minutes to make. And I did do that, and it was absolutely delicious. They have a station where you can make paninis. They have fish broth and soup, mushroom soup. And this is the Asian corner where they have, looks like they have Asian vegetable stew, Thai beef curry, they have Vietnamese fried rice. And over here, this is called Chef's favorite area. Look, they have lobster mac and cheese. Oh, you gluteners are so lucky. Seafood stew. And then they have grilled fish, pork chops, and grilled chicken. Your condiments here. And then you can have roasted vegetables, grilled vegetables, baked potatoes. Coming around here is your pastas, and I actually had this in the dining room, the shrimp louis, and that was so delicious. Looks like they got stuffed avocados and different sauces that you can use on your pasta. They also have gluten-free pasta as well. And again, I did have pasta the first day that I came, and it was absolutely delicious. I had linguine pasta with an Alfredo sauce with mushrooms and shrimp, and it was actually delicious. And they cook the gluten-free pasta is in a separate area from the rest of the pasta, and he actually made it on the back counter to keep it separate from everything else. So I felt comfortable and safe when ordering the gluten-free pasta from here. So now let's go outside on the back side of the buffet area. So this is the, I believe this is Sunset Bar. Alright, so we just came from the buffet area, which is over here, and out here is the Ocean View Cafe. So there's plenty of seating back here as well as a bar over here. And I'm just gonna walk by there. I'm just trying to keep the camera out of people's faces as I'm walking by. So out here is the bar area where you can also get a drink with your meal. Alright, now so I'm leaving the buffet. We're on deck 10. Deck 6 through 9 are staterooms. So we're going to go down to deck 5. Now we are here on deck 5 where we have Sellers Masters. I've been there before. This is where the Cosmopolitan Restaurant, where I had main dining, the cafe here, the shops, theater. All of these are places that I've been to on the ship for different events, so we're going to check that out. So this is one of the areas that I had a great time hanging out in. So this is deck 5 where there's a gelato station. This is a gelato station over here, and there's seating. There's like an atrium area over here, and there's seating on both sides. And on the other side over here, I'm going to walk over here, but there's a cafe that was the first stop that I made that had gluten-free muffins, and I was so excited about that. And then there's the wine cellar. So let me take a walk around and show you. Now, unfortunately, the gelato was not gluten-free, so I wasn't able to enjoy anything over here, but that is the area. And as you see, there's a lot of seating around here too. And the cafe. I think I'm gonna stop and get an espresso because I think I really feel like I need one right about now. But they have different desserts here, and up here is where they had like the gluten-free muffins, and now they have gluten-free coconut macaroons. Muffins right now. But other than gluten-free, they also have other items that you can try out as well. So I got a double espresso, so they're all good to go. All right, so I'm gonna go around here now. Back here are shops. Now I'm not a shopper, but there are plenty of shops back here for those of you who do like to shop. And here is when you're on board, and I am so tempted to go in here. This is where you can book your future cruise. And so I'm on deck 5, and I was moving aft to forward, but there's someplace aft that I didn't show you that I really enjoy. So I'm gonna backtrack and go back that way. So what I almost forgot to show you was the Cellar Masters here on deck 5, and I absolutely love this area. Here is where they had like the cello players. They have the strings duo players here, and it was just such a nice atmosphere here at night. The lighting is dim and you have the string players playing, then you have the Cellar Masters bar over there. So it was just a nice atmosphere in this area. They have sushi there on the other side too. I'm not a sushi eater, so I didn't partake in that, but this was just such a nice area. And one thing that I didn't get to check out, I saw the menu as well, and they have the destination flight wine tasting. I didn't get a chance to partake in that, but the next time I come, I definitely will. Back here is the Cosmopolitan Restaurant. Now this is the main dining room. I'm on 5, so it's on deck 5 and deck 4. Every night they put out the menu of the options that you have for that evening. And yeah, so this is where I come for dining. Now I originally had 8:15 dining, however I have been successfully able to come in earlier because I don't eat that late. I just waited too late to reserve my time in the app. But so far I have not had a problem getting into the dining room earlier, like around 5:30 or 6 o'clock. And even last night I was able to come here and dine with Kiki and Partners on the Go, and they had their own set dining time, but we were able to come here and just dine together unscheduled. So let me continue. All right, so let me go back to where I was to finish the tour here on deck 5. Continuing in the shopping area, you got your makeup stores, your clothing stores, and there's another set of stores on the other side of the ship on this floor. So it's like a divider in the middle, and it's kind of like a circular roundabout where you can go around the other side as well, because there's Effie over there. And so all kinds of shopping. You got your jewelry, your watches. And we are going to go over here again. We are on deck 5. And this is until we run into the theater. And I've been in the theater every night for a different show. First show wasn't so good except for the acrobatics. But last night there was a singing group, Legacy, and I enjoyed their show. They did like a musical review, so music from the 60s all the way up to present day, so it was pretty good. And then there's another show tonight. I'm not sure what the show is tonight, but I will be there to check it out. It looks like I can't go inside because it looks like they are rehearsing, because there is rehearsal in progress, but that's for tonight's show, I'm sure, and I hear them and they do sound good. So looking forward to tonight's show. So okay, we are deck 5 forward, so now we're about to take the stairs and go down to deck 4 forward. Alright, so from the theater we're going to go around here and just go down these stairs to deck 4, And on each landing, they have some different type of sculpture on every landing, so it's been interesting to see. So we are now deck 4. Now, the theater is also deck 4, so it's a 2-level theater, deck 5 and deck 4. So we're going to go around here, and this is the picture gallery. I think I've only taken 1 or 2 pictures so far and haven't even looked for those at all. But, and that's one thing, there aren't many photographers on this ship. When you get off in port, you don't have, you know, a long line of photographers to wade through, even on embarkation day. But I came back here once, and they did have a backdrop set up here, and they had a photographer at dinner. But in general, you do not see photographers all over the ship waiting to take your picture. And then they also have an art gallery and an art auction. Here's a retreat lounge. That's only for guests who book certain cabins, certain suites. They have a retreat lounge for them. And this is again, the art gallery area before we go to the casino. So I'm going to go to the other side of the casino. Now we are on deck 4, and of course, you know I love these side decks. So this is one of the areas, the side decks, where you can come, and a lot of times there's no one out here or very few people out here. But this is on deck 4, and I believe deck 3 as well, but we will find out once we get down there. All right, let me go. Matter of fact, I'm going to take this route instead of walking through the casino. I'm just going to walk this route out here. All right, so as you see, we are on the other side of the casino, and this is a spot that I hung out in for a couple of nights. Well, first, over here, this is the Martini Bar. I attended a mixology class here the second day on board. There was a mixology one-on-one class, and that was held here, and that was a lot of fun. So check that out in my vlog. But also a couple of nights there was a DJ who had a stand here straight ahead playing different types of music each night, and so you had people on both sides of the floor who were listening and enjoying the music. You have seating on both sides, so it was kind of a relaxing area. But it wasn't a party vibe, but just it did have, you know, the DJ did play upbeat music, and you can get into the music. So it was nice to sit here and grab a drink, listen to some music, and just hang out. And you can go across to either side, and look at these stairs. It's a beautiful set of staircase here. And actually down there, and we'll go down there as well, but that is the guest services area. And again, over here, you got your bank of elevators over here, and your casino, and then just seating area over here as well. Like I said, I did hang out here a couple of nights, just sitting back and listening to music, having a drink, and just having a good time. And this was another lounge that I enjoyed, the Rendevous Lounge. Now here I hung out again listening to music. They had a live band playing, but as you see, there's plenty of seating back here in this area for you to again have drinks or just sit back and relax and just chill, listen to music. I enjoyed last night's live band playing music. There's a dance floor here. You can get up and dance, and you did have people getting up to dance to the live band. And also there is a bar here. I had one of my favorite drinks here, which is the Mexican Firing Squad. I've had that drink a few times on this ship. I enjoyed it very much, but there's a drink menu here. Plenty of things that you can choose from. Again, the Rendezvous Lounge. But not extensive, but pretty good drink list. And even though I didn't participate, I walked through this area, and they did have like different games that they were playing as well, trivia and other games that you could participate in as well. And for the games, of course, they have their own app. With their app, you can save different events and activities to your own personal calendar. This is deck 4 aft, and like I said, this again is Cosmopolitan, the main dining room that's on deck 4 and deck 5. So now we are going to go down to deck 3 app. Alright, so deck 3 over here we have the Tuscan Grill, and I had a reservation in the Tuscan Grill. That was the second night that I was here, and it was absolutely delicious. Again, check out my vlog for day 2 on the Celebrity Summit. So that leads me back here to my cabin on deck 2. So I hope you enjoyed my ship tour, just pointing out some of the areas that I frequented while on this cruise and that I could share my experience with. I had a great time, so I hope this is helpful for you if you are looking to cruise the Celebrity Summit. I hope you found this helpful. All right, thanks. Bye, guys.